Hey, if you're watching this video, you've probably seen one of my Lightbox models. And if not, go follow me on MakerWorld, Printables or Cults 3D. All my models are available at Braga 3D Print. First, I'd like to apologize for the vertical video, but I hope you can still take away some useful information. Once you have the model printed, both pieces, the front part and the back plate, here's what you're gonna need. A glue gun and aluminum tape. You may also need a soldering iron, but if you make the holes for the LED strip on the slicer or in Fusion, you won't need it. I don't design the holes into the models because people like the LEDs in different places and use different types of LEDs, so I leave that choice up to you. I use some simple white LEDs with a USB plug, and I use a little power bank just to test them out and make sure that they work before putting them in place. You'll also need some aluminum tape or aluminium tape, and make sure you don't skip on the quality on this, because if the adhesive is not good, it will detach sooner or later. I also used a little razor that came with the Bambu Labs machine, but you can use any razor or even scissors to cut the tape around the back plate. You'll see that in a bit. Now I'm gonna grab the back plate and the aluminum tape, and I'm gonna use it to wrap all the inside to make light diffusion a little bit better. I find this produces a better result in the end. I'm gonna speed up the video a little bit here, but I'm gonna leave you some tips that you may want to follow. You're gonna want to press down on the aluminum tape a bit hard, just make sure everything is well attached, especially in the corners. You may want to use something like a credit card just to make sure that the edges are well pushed in and that the tape won't come detached anytime soon. When the tape goes over the edge, I use the little razor just to cut off the excess and make sure I have a clean contour of the whole back plate. If the excess tape is decently sized, you can take that bit and apply it here on some other spot that may need it. If you're following the video along, you should have something similar to what I have right now. A backplate fully covered in aluminum tape. Now I take the time to decide where I'm gonna make the hole for the LED strip. If you've done the hole in the slicer, you can skip this step and you won't need a soldering iron like I'm gonna use right now. Admittedly, this is not the prettier option, but since I was in a hurry and it's for personal use, I decided I didn't care about the ugly hole at the side. Now I see if the USB plug fits through the hole or if I need to make it any bigger. This time, fortunately, I didn't have to make it any bigger and it fit through the first time. Now that the USB plug fits through, you can remove the adhesive that already comes with the LEDs and start gluing them all around. To ensure that the individual LEDs are not visible, you're gonna want to glue them as far away as possible from the design, but not exactly on the edge, because that will mess up the fit with the backplate. Ideally, you would leave a 2mm gap. I go all around, pressing them hard enough so that they stay attached. When I'm finished, I use the power bank to check if they all still work, and as you can see, they look great already. Now the next steps are optional. If you have trust in the quality of the adhesives, you may want to skip them, but I like to take a glue gun and place a bit of glue in between every individual LED. I also use some glue on the backplate, where the aluminum tape meets the edge. Now you just have to glue on the backplate. I don't recommend using super glue because it will leave some white residue. You can use any plastic specific glues like 3D glue, or even the hot glue works fine. Just make sure to, at the end, use some weight on it and leave it overnight, or even some 3D printable clamps can help ensure that it doesn't come apart anytime soon. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the process and have something that you're happy with by the end. Also, I once again apologize for the vertical video. I filmed it this way and I don't have another one. Also, English is not my first language, so if you don't understand something, please leave a comment. This is not the fanciest way to do it. You can use RGBs, on and off switches, controllers, control them through applications, Bluetooth, etc. but I find that this works for me and it's the way I do it, so I'm sharing it with you and hopefully you can get some nice results with it. If you found it useful, please leave a like and subscribe. My next video will be about designing these light boxes in Fusion 360. See ya!